gave me the stage. That was a mistake. No take backsies. Okay, you guys can see my screen. It's like a orange and blue gradient, right? Looks good. Let me jump in. Okay, so you deleted the main branch. How to get fired one. Oh crap, that's the wrong talk. Sorry, give me a sec. There you go. How to build a lifelong career by specializing in. Nope, that's an old one. No, not that one. Crafting completely crazy. Yeah, cool. That's that one. There we go. Crafting completely crazy and collectively constructive creative coding concoctions. Good job, by the way, for getting that. My name is Simon Marchant. I'm a creative UX engineer out of Orlando, Florida, like he said. And today, just going to give you a heads up, we won't be learning much. So on track 1, Tim's giving a great presentation on accessibility. So just swap if you feel like it. This is going to get a little crazy. I was going to describe what creative coding is, but Google exists, so we're just going to go ahead and code something. So today, we have an amazing opportunity, thanks to the Frontend Nation team. We're going to live code a new Creative Hero section for frontendnation.com. And here's the cool thing, they have no idea I was going to do this. And to be fair, full disclaimer, I didn't build the website. I don't have any access. I don't have any assets. So we'll see how far we get. Yeah, let's do it. First things first, I'll set up the project basis, and then I'll share a link so you guys can get in. We'll set this up. I'm thinking on StackBlitz is probably the best way to do this, which if you haven't heard of StackBlitz, I mean, where have you been for this entire conference? It's a in-browser code editor running on web containers. It's pretty amazing. But once I get that running, I can share like a QR code or like a regular link, and you guys can actually jump in and we'll do a big pair programming thing. So yeah, let's just, I guess, take a look at what we're going to build. Now, I took the screenshot before they added all the bells and whistles to the website, which is good because it keeps it simple for us. All we're going to do is move that heading down, and then we'll fill in the gap. I'm thinking it'll be something to do with the logo. We'll probably use some sort of WebGL shader. Yeah, I think let's just jump into StackBlitz. I'll stop wasting time and we'll do this. So Nuxt. And yes, I will be using Nuxt, but I'll try and keep this as, one second, I will call this Frontend Nation. Yeah, okay, so StackBlitz is getting Nuxt set up. I'll try and keep this as framework agnostic as possible because I know that not everyone out here is using Vue and Nuxt. So I'll just set up the basics and then we'll go from there. Okay, let me delete the Nuxt welcome tag here real quick. We'll do a H1 and we'll call it Hello World. Cool. I'm realizing now that I have code on one screen and preview on another. So you guys are only going to see one at a time. I can swap back and forth though. I might just do that. Okay, let me swap over to preview and then I'll start coding. You guys won't be able to see the code, but at least you can see what I'm doing. So let's swap to preview. Okay, and then I'll just give this a font family of sans serif. Great, and we don't need to call it Hello World. We can call this heading. Easy. Favorite thing, we're going to center this in the middle of the screen. So let's go ahead and display flex direction, column center. Okay, and now you have to do align items. Right, it's align items center. Okay, oh, we need the width with a W. There we go. Oh, not 100, 50%. So I know you guys can't see the code. I promise I will jump back to that in 1 second. This is weird. What if I use transform? Transform -50 viewport width, -50 viewport height. There we go. Okay, and then it's slightly off, so just calc that -50%, -50%, and it's center. Maybe it's 100%. No, it was 50. It was 50. Sorry, guys. 1 second. -50. There we go. That'll get it. Okay, just undo. Control Z. All the way back. Sorry. Back in my day when I was starting, we didn't have flex and all these fancy things. We had old school techniques, and they were just way easier. Let me show you. What you do is you just grab the element off the screen, take some tape. Now, I recommend Scotch tape because duct tape just ends up getting all over the place and messy. Put it right in the middle of the element. And then all you have to do to center it is just take it and just stick it right back on the screen. There we go. You might have heard of this one. It's called position sticky. Okay, that was a little stupid, but let's get back to the code. How do I swap? There we go. How much time? 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to run a little no nuxy command here just to get us moving along. Sorry, Daniel Rowe, I know you don't want to keep this one to yourself. npx nuxy at latest, tac, do all the work for me. Now, if we run that, what Nux is going to do is going to set up an entire real-time project. How about you do it yourself? Well, that's just rude. Oh, I did download GitHub Copilot the other day. It was a weird website, but you know, it had a Windows executable, and I'm on Windows, so let's run it. I haven't tried this yet. Maybe that can help. There we go. Cool. So maybe we can use AI to kind of build this whole thing for us, and we'll get in a lot faster because we're already like 6 minutes in. Does that look sketch to you? Okay. I knew I shouldn't have downloaded that. Okay. Nope. That's cancel. Close. Okay, so that's good. Nope. Your code base is infected with legacy code. Okay, escape. Let me close this. I'm sorry. Only divs. Okay, nope. Alt F4. Let's just get out of that. Oh, what have I done? I need a little bit of help. Oh, right. You guys have heard of the rubber ducky in web development, right? It's this idea that you keep a rubber duck on your desk, and when you get stuck, you ask it for help, and, you know, I'm stuck and I need help, so I need a bunch of rubber ducks. And that's where you guys come in. If you could, do me a favor, open up duckendnation.com. It's like Frontend Nation, but Duckend Nation. Now, yes, you can scan this QR code on the screen, and that will take you there on a mobile device, but it's a little bit better on desktop. If you have the room, put it side by side. You will need to authenticate with GitHub. It's not asking for any permissions, just to get you logged in. And then once you're in, you'll notice a video feed at the top of the screen. That's going to be important because when testing this out, I did actually realize this stream is probably like 4 or 5 seconds behind real time. So when we're doing this experience, just watch that video feed. You'll also find some reaction buttons. So during this talk, you can hold down to applause, laugh, boo, clap. Those are based on if a lot of people are holding it down. So if a bunch of people are holding applause, I'll hear applause in the headphones and we'll hear it in the experience. If anyone's holding down boo, just remember you gave me GitHub credentials like 10 seconds ago, so I'm watching you. Okay, and with that wonderful forklift crash, I think it's time we move on into the factory. And don't worry, you've still got a few seconds. I know GitHub two-factor authentication can take a few moments here. So I'll give you a second to jump on in. Oh, we've got some music, by the way. Okay, while the last remaining stragglers are jumping in, which way do we want to go? I think we're going to the dev environment, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Follow that forklift. He seems to know where he's going. Oh, that's right, training. I was going to have you guys train on how to like drive one of these forklifts, but it's like the easiest thing to drive, so we're not going to do that today. On second thought, a little extra training never hurt anyone. Isn't that right, View School? Okay, so those buttons for the reactions, you should by now have some buttons on your screen for controlling a forklift. If you hold down forward, the forklift moves forward. If you hold down backwards or reverse, it moves in reverse. Turning works the exact same way. You can hold left or right, but you do need to be moving in order for the wheel turn to actually do anything. And that's it, right? Forward, reverse, left, and right. If you want to pick up a pallet, just drive on up to it. You can hold raise to raise the pallet on up. That ducky's going on a trip. And lower to lower it back down. Now, you see this square on the ground with the yellow tape around it? That is the target area. So in each scene moving forward, there's going to be a target area and some pallets, and you have to move from one to the other. Quite simple. As we move forward into the factory, look for your assigned forklift. It's a letter A through Z in yellow on your dashboard. Each forklift is a team effort, so there's it's controlled collectively by upwards of 80 people or so. So we'll see how this goes. Please share the controls, play nice. We're going to jump into this, so let's hope we have our ducks in the row. And to be fair, I've never tested this live with any real participants, so Let's see what happens. A and B, you guys are on the clock, and any second now, your controls are going to be active. Let's see if you guys start moving. Anybody? Anyone at all? Oh, okay. There we go. B has forgotten the package. Oh, okay. Well, let me just rescue B here real quick. So what's the first thing you do when you start a new project? A also appears to be stuck. You npm install. In this example, there you go, A. Okay, cool. You got this. Yeah, you npm install to start a new project. In this case, the dependencies aren't coming from the internet. They're coming from about 5 feet to the left. B, are you stuck? Do I need to nudge you? A is about to go on a trip. If you guys could just get some packages in that install section, that would be really useful. It says here we got to get about 70 terabytes of dependencies, which seems right for a single landing page. A, do you need help? You're like stuck. You too, B. A's okay. You're both crashed. Perfect. That's okay. We didn't need dependencies anyway. In fact, look, by the look of it, we've got half of one on that target area. Does that count as a sub-dependency or a peer dependency? Let's get you guys both back into the scene. Okay, you know what? To be fair, I sort of expected it to go like this. First time driving a forklift and having to do it live. Let's move on to something a little more boring, a little more structural, and that is the DOM elements. So no matter what framework we choose, we're going to need DOM elements. I've pulled some out of DOM storage here. So you can see we have forklifts C and D sitting here at the top. We have a fig caption. I've never seen anyone use those before. At the very bottom of this ramp, you will find the target area where we have to load the DOM elements. And you'll also find some more because, you know, the more the merrier. And lastly, there's 2 more forklifts. We have E and F, so C, D, E, and F. You guys are all playing in the scene. Let's hope this goes well. Collect those DOM elements like this talk depends on it, because it does. And your controls are active. Look at that. I'm actually quite shocked this is working. C is stuck. I can tell C is stuck. Come on out. There you go. E, are you gonna just spend your time on the wall? You too, C. Okay, and F. There we go. Thank you. C, you might be stuck. Is this gonna be my job now? Just narrating stupid jokes and unsticking forklifts that get stuck? F, you're in the middle of the pallets. C is going to play in the new NASCAR film. Oh, he's got a pallet, but there's nothing on it. That's useful. E is trying to pick up a fire extinguisher. You might want to pick that up before the linter catches it. Okay, C and F, you two stop fighting. Get over here. D, just, there's 2 ducks by you, be real careful. I don't want OSHA coming after me for this. Come on, D. I'm going to help you out of there because you seem stuck. You too, F. Let's get you out of there. I'm so glad I added buttons to, like, launch you guys into space. Okay, I don't know where D went. D's gone. And everyone is just hanging out in the corner. This is like the parties I used to go back to in college days. Everyone just hangs out in the corner. Okay, we got no DOM elements. That's fine. We're just going to use a bunch of divs anyway. That's fine. Let's move on to some CSS. In this room here, we're going to pick up some, you can see some box object model elements. We've got margins and borders and paddings, oh my. We've got some CSS existing classes, that's good. We've got some, oh look, some assets back there, some speaker cards. I see my handsome face. Oh, JK. Those are the forklifts at the top. Okay, 5 forklifts, GHIJK. Your controls are active. Okay, it looks like I wants to pick up the entire shelving unit. What was it? H has left the building. I'm not sure if it's coming back. I, turn around, bud. Other direction. J, come on out of there. What is K doing? H is driving up the ramp and leaving to overflow hidden. Goodbye. We're down to 3. We started the scene like 20 seconds ago. With, oh, H is back. Oh, what a miraculous recovery. Although you're, don't go that way. Safari is down there. Okay, K, I'm going to give you a little bit of a help getting out of that area. Oh, sorry, Evan. Sorry, Daniel, is that? I can't tell the photos at this scale. Jay, come on out. You're stuck on a ramp. Oh, I see some blend modes. If you could pick those up, Jay. I see overlay, frappe. Jay, okay. Oh, you almost had it. Why are you guys trying to go down the ramp? I already told... Oh, Henry. This is Henry. I caught him the other day trying to get into the CSS transformations, and it looks like he got into the scale transformation. I should have said duck when he came in, right? No, this is a CSS room. I should say linear dodge. I have a 4-year-old, if you're wondering where these dad jokes are coming from. Okay, we got no CSS. This is peachy. Oh, at the very end, you guys decided to go for the CSS. Thank you for that. What is next? What is next? Oh, I'm nervous for this one. Not after that. It's time for the rest of you guys to join in. 15 forklifts trying to build a fragment shader in real time. Your controls are active. Okay, yep. Yeah, you can say it. So those are the actual hex codes that we want to get. Let's call them the fragments, and we're trying to move them over there into that section on the right. Okay. Or we could just play Hungry Hungry Hippos. We have one. I think that is the first element we've got in the target this entire talk. Q is doing it backwards. That's impressive. Props to whoever's driving Q. P is stuck. Who's back there? Is that U? U's coming. X has got one on the side. Do you guys not want to use like the front portion of the forklift for this? There's that's our hero section. Could you just grab that on the way, Pat? We'll let it go. That's fine. O's using... Okay, thank you, V. Keep pushing. Okay, X, you're stuck. I'm just going to lift you out of there. I'm going to do a full-on alien abduction with Z. You're back. You're fine. I can't even tell who this is down here to knock you out. You, V? There you go. While this mayhem ensues, let me tell you a little bit about what's happening. This is a 3JS scene rendered on the fly. The physics are using Canon ES, as you can see here with the overlay, if I turn that off real quick. There's a bunch of tech going into this. So there's Agora for ultra-low latency streaming so that you can see this live. And there's PartyKit running on top of Durable Objects, which is an amazing platform, by the way. And that's how you guys are all sending commands to me in real time to do whatever this is. Is there like a club over there? P, what are you doing? Like, you guys having a meeting without me? R and M are just in the corner in timeout. Okay, well, sure. I think that will be enough user participation for one conference. That's all the interaction I can handle. Let's bring in, remember that creative hero element that we were supposed to be making? Let's bring it in and see how it looks after all that. Okay, funny, because to me that just looks like the Frontend Nation logo on a block. Good enough. I don't care. Move on. Let's move this and place it above our final landing page design, because we're down to like 60 seconds, maybe. Cool. It's in place. Now I'm going to take the reign on this one. I have two keys. I can hold the down arrow to lower it into place, and when I'm ready, I hit space. I hit space to release it. How much time do we have? Like 45 seconds? We can... Nope. No, we're not going to be able to fix that in 45 seconds. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Oh, this is awkward. Do we just not create something creative coding? Could we just say that we're done? It's not like there's a magic button for this or anything. Oh, wait. I do have a magic button for this. Yeah, that was as awkward for me as it was for you to watch. I just spent 10 bucks on this, so I wasn't going to leave it out of the talk. Let's get serious. Back to reality here. That was weird. At its core, creative coding is a process of exploration with mostly unexpected results, and mistakes are a big part of that process, right? What you see here is dynamically generated from images captured during this live stream. So without all the screw-ups, without all the mayhem, that wouldn't have been possible. A big thank you to everyone for participating today and not ducking out early at the end of the conference. This whole talk has taken about 2 months to put together as a side project, and my wife is sick of hearing about rubber ducks. I hope you had a good time playing and not learning anything here. If you didn't, there's no refunds. I did pick up a bunch of tips and tricks along the way, which I'll be posting to social in the near future, so follow me at Marchant Web if you don't already, if you're not one of the 5 who already do. thank you to the Frontend Nation team for letting me waste everyone's time. It's been a blast. And with that, I guess it's time for QA. If there's any actual questions for this one.
Hey, Simon.
Hello.
Interesting talk, dude. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
That interesting's the word, yeah.
Excellent. Definitely a little out of the ordinary, but very inspired by the end of it, my friend. All right. So I am honestly like delaying just a little bit, trying to see if there's going to be a few more questions
say,
come in.
What do you ask for this type of talk?
I do have a few here that have already come in, and so our first question is: what are some strategies you have for stimulating creativity in your projects?
I'm not sure if I have multiple strategies, but I'd say if I'm ever feeling like I need to be more creative, other than just looking for inspiration anywhere I can find it, I just leave the desk, go for a walk. I have a 4-year-old, so I like to chase her around and play dolls and playtime and all that. So that will give my brain a chance to reset and sit back down and try it out. And also, I find you might not be able to always be productive and always be creative, but perhaps you can be productive in something that you are not currently doing. So you can sort of procrastinate by still trying to find a way to be productive and creative at the same time.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. So like if your creative brain isn't in place, then be productive in something that's doesn't need the creativity.
Yeah, if you're going to slack off, at least try and slack off on something that is interesting and can give you a different view. Yeah.
Excellent. How has your background in video production inspired?
Way back when I was in high school, and I started with short films back there. I created a 3D film back then, and I never completed it. And so when I started making this, they're like, holy crap, it's the same thing. You're doing the same process. So especially when you're working with 3D in the browser, a lot of it is understanding rendering, understanding cameras and lighting and timing and music and pacing and all that. So a lot of what I did in video production has come across to this just in this one project alone. But
and
other than
how
that,
long
it's just
did you spend on this project?
It was about 2 months maybe. So I think about April 1st, I sort of had that idea like, oh, I should do something stupid, and then I did this. And then it's been a side project between regular work ever since.
Sure, well worth the effort, in my opinion.
I hope so. I hope it was worth the 20 minutes of pain.
All right. So here is another question. Simon, could you please elaborate how you made this project?
I actually don't have it on the desk. It's sitting over there on another desk, but Monster energy drinks are a great way to get through something like this. This project started in Three.js in just testing, could I get a forklift with a duck in it to push a pallet around? And then it was like, I'm going to add some walls. I needed some physics. And that was when Canon ES came into play. Realized the delay and was like, oh, I need to stream this probably at the same time. And that's when Agora came into it. It's really hard to go through 2 months of the process of this. But like anything else, you start with something really basic and simple. And I'm not good at creating something from scratch. I'm really good, not to pat myself on the back, but I'm really good at improving something that already exists. So I made it a point to get something in place and then just keep improving it until today. In fact, like an hour ago, I was still tweaking some of the things in this until I was happy with it. So.
Awesome. And did you say there was Vue.js in there? Is that correct?
There's no Vue.js in the actual 3D scene, but in your client application, that's a Nuxt application that I made way too quickly. I spent no time on that and all the time on this. So.
All right. One more question here. What is your best solution for when you can't get the program to do the thing? How do you get unstuck?
You just throw the keyboard. That's usually a good way of doing it. Also, that keyboard wasn't real, so don't worry about that. No, when you can't get
everybody
it to do
needs
the
a
thing,
fake keyboard laying around. Yeah,
I know, right? It was great to just smash on that. When you can't get the program to do its thing, how do you get unstuck? I don't even know. Try something else. Google search it. Ask ChatGPT if it can help you out, and then get angry at yourself when it does it in 2 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have a one size fits all answer for that. So
Yeah, no worries. That's good advice. I've gone the Chat GPT route, and I felt like an idiot. And then I've done Chat GPT, and I felt like, hey, I'm still worth my pay. So it's a give and
yeah,
take there.
when it tells me to use CSS float, I'm like, no, I'm just closing the browser.
Excellent. All right, Simon. Well, it was very nice to have you on today, sir. Do you have any final words for this third day of Frontend Nation?
No, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you all attending and participating. I wasn't sure that was going to work, so I'm glad that it did. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks again.
Absolutely. It was beautiful, sir. Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.